Yay. I'm gonna, we're beginning at 10:43, and I'm gonna note the presence of a quorum. And the first order of business on the agenda is the minutes of our last meeting, which was, let's see.
December 17th.
Yeah, December 17th. I've got them up in front of me. Does anyone have any comments about the minutes or want to make a motion or?
DOS will move to approve.
Okay, any second?
Second that, this is Heather.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposition? Great. Okay, so thank you, Heather. It's great to see that on the screen. The next item is an update. And it's item 3, update on the timeline. And we turn that over to Josh Bagdano. And Josh, go ahead and do it any way you want. You don't have to do the NYSO first if you don't want to.
Okay, I can let you handle the NYSO too, Bill. Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Josh Bagdano from TDI. This is going to be a pretty brief update. So I think the biggest activity related to our project is preparing to submit a bid in response to the NYSERDA Tier 4 RFP. For those of you who are not familiar with this is a request for proposal that NYSERDA put out in January. It is for renewable energy that can be delivered over new transmission or sited in New York City. So basically, any renewable energy that can be delivered in New York City can qualify to obtain Tier 4 renewable energy credits from NYSERDA, which is basically the way new renewables get built, and renewables get built in New York. So we are working, we will not be submitting the bid. We are partnering with Hydro-Quebec as well as potentially other suppliers, and we'll be submitting a bid, or they will be submitting a bid pointing to the Champlain Hudson Power Express transmission line as the route to get into New York City. Bids are due May 12th. We expect it'll be a very competitive RFP, as there are many other projects that will be bidding into this. So that's our main focus. On the regulatory front, we have we filed to increase the capacity of CHPE from 1,000 megawatts to 1,250 megawatts. So that amendment is in with the New York Public Service Commission and is being reviewed by them now. We find that to be a very insignificant from an environmental impact or other impact amendment, but it allows us to deliver more renewable energy into New York City over essentially the exact same system. So that is pending with the state. And I guess that's we continue to do outreach in towns and working on lots of other items, small items, to get the project in the best shape possible for that bid. NYSERDA, their timeline is they expect to potentially award contracts in Q3 of 2021. And unlike other REC procurements that NYSERDA does, the Tier 4 contracts have to be approved by the Public Service Commission. So that's my update. Bill, I don't know if you want to mention anything on NYSO on behalf of TDI.
Yeah, I'll talk about the NYSO next, but what you should probably mention the federal permitting process too, where we stand on that.
Sure, we have applications in on the federal permitting process. For those who pay attention to our project, we've made some route modifications. Those have all been approved at the state level, and those are still not been approved at the federal level, but they're under review there, as is the 250 megawatt uprate. So that would be the Department of Energy and the Army Corps.
Okay, thank you. Any questions on the state or federal regulatory permitting?
Have all of the approvals been made with the localities that you were talking to about route changes or easements?
So on the locality front, what we are doing with the municipalities is a matter of course getting resolutions of support from them for all the county or all the towns where we cross on the upland. So far, we have 30 resolutions of support from counties, from towns or municipalities. Some are towns, some are villages. So that's where we are with that. We've got a couple more to go, but that task is almost done.
Thank you.
And I think it's true also, Josh, that wherever there was a route modification, any relevant municipality has endorsed the project, right? The outliers are all for places where there was no amendment.
Yep.
So that's good news. We're working with industrial development agencies up and down the route. That's going, pretty well. On the NYSO front, class year 2019 is formally concluded, and class year 2021 is about to begin. We've notified the NYSO that we will be entering 2 projects into class year 2021. Cumulatively, they are the project, the 1,250 megawatt project. Queue number 631 for those of you that are NYSO wonks, it's the original 1,000 megawatt project from Quebec to New York City. Queue number 887 is the 250 megawatt uprate. And as you will note from the TPAS note that we circulated along with the minutes, 631 was originally a 3-terminal project. It's now being reduced. It's been reduced to a 2-terminal project, which has been our basic model, for the last decade. And because of the NYSERDA bid, the NYSERDA RFP asks for a alternative bid in cases like ours, where you have an on-ramp inside New York State. We probably almost certainly will be filing a new interconnection position for an on-ramp in upstate New York, probably within the next couple of months. So we're armed and ready to go into class year 2021. It's the class year we think is going to end up with us posting our security at the end of the class year, and that will be coterminous with funding of the trust, the environmental trust, at the closing for the project. So we think of ourselves as being in sort of the final lap on both the reliability study process at the NYSO and also on the regulatory front. It's all sort of it's all flanging up, I guess would be one way to put it. So any questions about where we are at the NYSO? All right.
I have a question,
Sure.
Bill. When we talk about the 2021 class year and the financial surety that has to be posted, and it says the end of the class year, what month is that?
Well, they take about 15 months to get through a class year. So, that moment will be the middle of next year. Our obligation to fund the trust actually is tied to the financial closing, which we anticipate happening before the end of this year. So there won't be a wait until next summer. If everything goes as planned, the trust will finally be funded this year.
But December of this year, right? I guess I'm just trying to get a better sense. When we talk about year, it's a pretty long time. So are we really talking about the very end of the calendar year of 21?
I think our internal calendar is a little earlier than that, like maybe November.
Okay.
So, we want to back away from the end of the year and the holidays always, of course. So.
Okay, well, that's really helpful. That gives a lot of clarity. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. The next order of business is the technical working groups, but I think since we've sort of bifurcated this meeting, so and we're going to move into that, sort of as a separate, almost committee of the almost whole after this. Shall we do the elections next? I mean, I think isn't this the time when the meeting we're supposed to elect the officers for the next coming year? Or was that last time?
No, that's this meeting.
This meeting? So does anyone want to take over the air? I mean, I think TDI is, the certificate holders are in their second term. And no third termites, right, Bill Wellman? I mean, you and I remember the election of 1940. Not many other people will, but I mean, I just, if somebody wants to sort of grab the baton, that would be great. But
I mean, DOS is prepared to be secretary again. But
okay.
That's presenting.
Does the PSC want to run the show for the next year?
No, again, I volunteer to retain the role of vice chair since we're responsible for setting up all the meetings. That duty falls under the vice chair's role.
Well, maybe we should just. Well, go ahead. I mean, we don't really. I don't think we have a dog in this fight. If someone wants to, sort of, we're happy to continue if that's the consensus. Shall we direct the secretary to cast a single ballot to re-elect the incumbents?
Moved.
Okay, so then do we have a second?
I'll second that, Bill Wellman.
Thank you, Bill.
Sorry, who made the motion?
Roger.
Thanks.
Thank you, Roger. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? No? Okay. Unanimously carried. All right. So I think what we're going to do now is adjourn this meeting, and I'll assume that's a unanimous
Hey,
vote.
Bill, this is Justin Fun. Before we adjourn, I just wanted to circle back quickly on the NYSO stuff. I might have missed it. My headphones cut out. Did we talk about the class 2019?
Sure.
I just wanted to see what the status was there and what happened. I know you mentioned class year 21 when I came back in, but I just wasn't sure what the status was.
Class year 2019 has been concluded. There is an additional system deliverability upgrade study that is not formally concluded. And I think 6 participants in class year 2019 elected to defer their moment of truth until that SDU study was done. And we were one of the 6. But that's queue position 458, and it's the second time around in 458. And I think we're all now NYSO experts in terms of how the queue system works. And you get 2 bites at the apple out of the 3 that follow your completion of your system reliability impact study. So 458 is on the second bite of the apple. So that's why we're going to go into the next class year with 631, because 458 is not going to be eligible. We're not posting security for 458.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for that clarification.
You're welcome. Okay. So if there are no further questions, it is now, I think, at exactly 11 o'clock when we plan to do this anyway. Boy, I love it when a plan comes together. So everyone can sort of stay on. Well, I guess we should take a vote. Is there a motion to adjourn?
DOS moves.
Heather Banky, I move to adjourn.
Okay, Heather Becky moved to adjourn. Second from, who's that, Matt?
DOS, Matt.
Yeah. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Again, carried unanimously. So anyone who's interested can stay on, but what we're now going to talk about is the getting ready to really have technical working groups that start to dig into the priority projects list and get ready for what we're going to do with the money when we have it.
Bill,
So-
this is Laura. I apologize for interrupting. We had scheduled, since this is still being recorded, we'd like to end this session and log in under this other meeting invite that I had sent out at 11. It's a different login, and there were a few other members from the parties that were
Oh, that's right.
that were going to be participating in that. So if folks that want to join that other technical working group discussion and the straw man discussion, please log into that meeting invite that you have on your calendars for 11 a.m. If you didn't receive that invite and you would like to, this is Laura McLean from DOS. Please email me or speak up now and I can forward it to you.
Thank you very much, Laura.
No
Laura, do you
problem.
send the Justin phone?
Yes. Does anybody else want that invite for 11 o'clock?
Yeah, Laura, Heather Gearloff. I don't seem to have it in my inbox, so if you could forward, that would be great.
Okay.
Nicole Balk would also like the.
This is Bill Wallman. Please forward it to me too.
Bill, okay, so I have, oh man, I don't have your guys'. Okay, so Heather and then Nicole Balk.
And Bill Wellman.
Okay, Bill. And Justin and.
We didn't take a roll call, but I presume you've got all the names recorded. They're all captured somehow.
Yes, we did. Yep, we did.
If you could add Greg Kenny to that too, I would appreciate it.
Bill.
I don't seem to have an invite.
Yeah, some of the members at the last meeting self-selected to participate, so we had included those folks. Okay, so Bill Helmer, Bill Wellman. Oh, Bill, Helmer, you're already on it, aren't you?
Yeah, no, I'm on.
Okay,
I'm on.
great. Bill Wellman, Justin. Okay. And sorry, was that Greg Kenny too?
Yes.
And then there was one other woman that was just saying she wanted in. I think I already got Nicole. What's Nicole's last name again? About Balk?
Balk, B-A-L-K.
Thank you. Okay. Sorry, my not everybody's in my my Outlook drop down. Okay, great. All right, so I'm forwarding Heather, Bill Wellman, Justin, Greg Kenny, and Nicole. All right. Okay, I'm gonna log off of this and I will see you all on that other meeting.
Bye. Thank you.
Thanks.